Hey everybody, Andrew Morgan here with the awesome Beau Bullock, and we are talking about the tech track here at Write a Boom 2025 in Las Vegas. Beau will be teaching the Breaching M365 course that a lot of MSP and MSSPs have taken with you, Beau. But interestingly, you have reconstructed the course and come up with your top 10 most important things that MSPs really need to know about to make a hacker's life miserable when it comes to trying to compromise M365. So for those of you who may not know you, Beau, could you tell us a little about yourself and why MSPs need to get to this course?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, so my name is Beau Bullock. I work for a company called Black Hills Information Security. I've been pen testing there for over a decade now. So I've got to see, probably 1,000 different companies, a lot of them Fortune 500s. Week to week, I'm getting to hack into these massive companies, and it's been great. But one of the things that I've learned over the last decade is that pretty much the majority of the ways we were getting into organizations was through their cloud infrastructure. Over the years, it's kind of evolved, right? We started out trying to fish to get internal access and get shells on somebody's desktop. But ultimately, one of the things that we've really kind of noticed as like a trend over the last even like 5 years, 5, 6 years, is how attackers are really trying to get access to your Microsoft 365 environments, to your cloud environments. And that's something that I've really focused heavily on for the last 5 to 6 years as well, because that's been the main place we were getting in. So I ended up writing a class called Breaching the Cloud. And in that class, I basically teach you all the ways you could hack into the majority of the major cloud providers. So like AWS, Azure, GCP. And one of the things that I notice as I've been maintaining that class over the last 4 years is that I kept continuously adding new M365 attack paths. And it got to the point where I was like, honestly, this is worth its own class. We have enough material here that it's realistically like one of the things that I look at first when I'm going to attack an organization is do they have M365, and am I going to be able to exploit some vulnerability that they maybe misconfigured or left exposed to get into their environments. So in my Breaching M365 class that I ended up creating based off of necessity, I basically start with all of the generic methods that we might look at an environment from a reconnaissance perspective, right? Like how are we going to identify vulnerabilities in your environment, right? How are we going to identify your usage of M365? And then ultimately, how we're going to get access, right? So we're take a deep look at authentication attacks, right? Do you have misconfigurations in MFA? That's a very common one. Looking at conditional access policy issues there, and then like Andrew said, basically I include like a top 10 list of the main ways that we're getting into environments and some of the top 10 things that you need to fix so you don't get hacked like Microsoft did last year.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember us having that conversation though, specifically about Microsoft, and there was a fun banter, but really good summation of it, Beau. And I am so thrilled you're going to come out and teach in February, and excited for the MSPs that if they've had classes with you, they're going to be real excited to be back with you, and if they haven't, they really need to get to see you. So, with that, Beau, have an awesome day, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Andrew.